පේන්ට් කරන්න සහාය අවශ්‍යද? පේන්ට් TC ගයිඩ් එකක් නොමිලේම ලබා ගන්න මිස් කෝල් එකක් විතරක්ම දෙන්න.
ජාත්‍යන්තර මූල්‍ය අරමුදල
I now table in Parliament the IMF staff agreement on the extended fund facility reached on the 20th of March. I will also table the open letters sent to all parties that provided loans to Sri Lanka for the knowledge of this House. With the IMF agreement, we are expected to receive funds amounting to $3 billion in the next 4 years. We have received $330 million as its first tranche. We are expecting rapid credit support of around $7 billion from the World Bank and other parties that extended credit facilities. We are going to commence a new journey. Economic reform should take place during this journey. By 2025, we hope to reduce the primary deficit to 2.3% of the GDP. We plan on increasing the government revenue up to 15% of the GDP by 2026. We took the necessary measures to increase the VAT ratio from 8% to 15%. Measures will be taken to reduce the existing tax exemptions on VAT and to remove the simplified VAT system and expedite its reimbursement. By 2025, steps will be taken to provide an appropriate minimum tax exemption allowance while introducing new taxes such as estate duty and a tax on awards to substitute property tax. We would also pave the way for adjustment in certain salary scales and pension schemes as part of the impact of inflation within the primary deficit targets. The determination of fuel pricing will be free of politicization. Fuel prices will be determined based on the 2018 pricing formula. Measures will also be taken to adjust the tariff on electricity every 6 months to cover the cost after considering the estimated future cost. Large-scale loss-making state ventures, namely the Road Development Authority, Sri Lankan Airlines, Ceylon Petroleum Corporation and the Ceylon Electricity Board will be restructured. Measures will also be taken to exchange the foreign loans obtained on overdue sovereign guarantees mentioned in the balance sheets of the state-owned enterprises as payable debt of the government of Sri Lanka. Inflation will be brought down to between 4% and 6%. When these measures are in progress, the country would have to gradually refrain from printing money. While allowing activities of the forex market to be determined on market criterion, the existing thresholds and guidelines of the market will be relaxed. The central bank currently purchases foreign currency in order to build on the country's foreign reserves. Laws will be drafted against corruption in line with UN conventions. We also expect to include provisions with regard to the acquisition of assets to the legislative framework by March 2024. A new public finance management bill that includes strong fiscal policies will also be drafted. We are currently following a transparent process when holding discussions with our bilateral creditors before making the final decision regarding the conditions of debt repayment. The same procedure will be followed when dealing with other foreign creditors. We expect to restructure the debt in a manner that would be fair for all creditors. Reports on our debt are published frequently. No information about the country's debt is hidden. We are well aware that certain sections of society is facing immense hardships due to the tax burden. We also know the entire society is suffering due to the rate of inflation. However, we cannot distance ourselves from the policies that have already been implemented at this critical juncture. This is the harsh reality. The government and the IMF will review the program every 6 months. The first review will take place in June. We have already focused our attention on amending the existing tax mechanism. The Treasury is currently already in the process of preparing amended proposals. We are discussing with the IMF to include these tax reforms in our plans at the review in June. We hope to schedule the parliamentary debate on the IMF agreement in the 3rd week of April. I request the support of all of you in the House in this regard. Only then can I begin the second round of discussions. I request that all members of Parliament provide us with their suggestions and their support. This is a difficult journey. We should try to become a nation that does not need to take loans. We should complete the payment on all our loans within the next 10 years. My task is to build the future. Therefore, I ask the opposition to join the exercise of building the nation. I request the opposition to extend their support at least now to build the economy and implement the IMF agreement in the country.
මම විපක්ෂයෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටින්නේ දැන්වත් මේ රට ගොඩනැංවීමේ ව්‍යායාමයට එක්වෙන්න කියලා. රටේ ආර්ථික ගොඩනැංවීම සඳහා IMF එකඟතාවය ක්‍රියාත්මක කිරීමට කරුණාකර ඔබේ සහාය දැන්වත් ලබා දෙන්න.